have some sus drug stories, like when I first bought like weed.
Okay,
Do you guys
go
have
on.
any funny like buying drug stories?
No, I've never actually bought weed. Like anytime
neither.
I've ever been high, somebody else has
Me
given it
too.
to me, or just like I've just randomly had it.
Dude,
I've
it
never done
is
drugs.
so fucking awkward and weird, man. So there
Really?
was this guy that I would go to like pretty regularly when I was like fucking 16, 17 and buy like just a gram of weed at a time. And he would always like be somewhere different across like town, and it was so weird. Like these houses, yeah, like the houses that I would go to, and let's just call this man Jamal for
All right, that kind of gives a mental picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's just call this guy
I got
Jamal.
a general idea.
Let's just say this guy likes to wear do-rags pretty often.
I had so many sketchy fucking things happen with Jamal, bro. It would be so weird. Cause like I would be like the one friend out of my friends that like, and I never seemed like I would be that person where people would be like, yo, dude, you know where I can get some weed? But I slowly turned into that guy. And like I hated everything about it because all my friends would just be like, yo, dude, can you text Jamal and ask him for some weed? I'm just like, no, I don't. This is like, I hate going to him. It's so awkward, dude. So he
How
had
old was
this.
Jamal, first of all.
He was probably like 25, bro. Like,
Oh my god, so he's like 10 years old.
oh yeah, he's a good bit older than me at the time. And dude, I have a lot of stories. So he had this house like in this neighborhood back in the woods. It was like a 20-minute ride.
God.
A 20-minute ride from where I lived. And it wasn't his house. He was like never at his house. He was always at like someone else's house that was owned by
Trap
someone
houses.
else. Yeah. And so I would go to this house and I walk in and I pulled up and I texted him. I was like, yo, I'm here. I'm outside. He was like, all right, go ahead and come in the side door. And so the house is so fucking dark, but I can tell that there's like people sitting around in like the living room area. And he holds the door open for me. And so I just walk in the door and the door is still open. And then out of nowhere, this lady comes like running down the stairs and she's just like, why the fuck did you leave the door open? Were you raised in a fucking barn?
What the fuck?
Yeah, but he had opened the door for me and I was like, I am so sorry. I am so fucking, dude. If I could explain to you how scared I fucking was, dude, I was
Yeah.
so scared.
She
And
was probably
then Jamal
tweaking.
was just like, it was me that left the door open. And then she was just like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
What the fuck?
Dude, I was like, it's like, it's okay.
Drenched in sweat.
Dude, I thought I was dead, man. I thought I was gonna fucking die or something or get my ass beat. I was so scared.
Was it like his mom or like a girl?
I don't know who it was, dude. I don't know who the fuck
Well,
it
if
was.
it's just like a random drug house, there's probably like 60 different deals.
Yeah,
going on.
I don't know who it was. And one time I showed up to that house by myself. Like at least I had a friend in the truck with me at that time. I showed up by myself one time to that house. And I go in and he has like this big fucking what are those like drawstring bags? And
bags?
it's like huh?
No, just like one of those ones you like put on your back and they just like
Yeah, like a
oh,
backpack,
oh.
like a small little
I got you,
backpack
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cinch bag.
And it was
They were
full
talking about?
of weed. It was just a drawstring bag.
Yeah, like the Nike,
Kinda like a backpack.
like a fitness bag, kind of.
Yeah.
Gym bag?
A gym bag, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just full of fucking weed. And I'm just there to buy a gram. And if you don't know anything about like weed, that's a very, very small
Yeah.
amount.
Little nice
Yeah.
nug.
Yeah, that's a very small amount of weed. And he just pulls this fucking brick of weed out of this gym bag, like a fucking huge amount, and like sticks a knife in it and like cuts it open. Then he like grabs it and smells it. And he's just like, "This ain't my motherfucking weed! This ain't my motherfucking weed!" And there's like two other dudes, and they like stand up, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on, man?"
You should have.
And he just like walks out. He just like walks out, and I think he called somebody. And I'm just standing there, dude. Like, don't know what to do.
Tweaking.
I know, right? So I'm just standing there, and he just comes back in. And he's just like, "Whatever. You want a gram still?" I was like, "Yes."
Yes, sir. Please, thank you.
Yeah.
Like a very well-mannered white kid.
Yeah, honestly, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hey, sir, just
You
a
like-
gram of weed.
You like curtsy on your way out. Thank you.
Well, this one time in particular, he was always somewhere different, except for those 2 times he was at that same house. This one time, he's like, come to this address. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was with one of my friends that was driving. And I was like, what the hell, dude? I've never been in this address before. I shit you not.
Roulette.
We roll up, these 2 fucking white-ass honky motherfuckers roll up in a Jeep to a family barbecue.
Oh my god.
I'm not joking, dude. There were like, it was a big ass family. There were probably like 20 people, dude. It was a big family barbecue, like a
Dude, that's
fucking get together.
sick.
Yeah, and we roll up, and every eye is on us, just like everyone is staring, and it's so. It's like everyone knows. It's like, why the fuck else would 2 white kids be rolling up to like this family barbecue right now? You know. And anyway, I get out and I walk over to Jamal, and he's just like, "Hey, bro, follow me down the road a little ways." And I was like, "Okay." So I get in and tell my friend, I'm like, "Yo, he said he wants us to follow him down the road. I don't know why." But he gets in a car with like 5 or 6 other guys.
God.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And we drive down the road maybe like 2 or 3 minutes to like a vacant parking lot
Oh
beside like the highway.
God.
It just
dude.
looks like the most drug dealer spot you could think of in your
Yeah.
mind. Like the very obvious what's going on. Like there would be nothing else happening in this parking lot. And so I get out again and walk up to this fucking tinted car with like 6 fucking dudes in it. And I just like hand him $10. He hands me the weed, and I get back in, and I'm just like, bro, let's leave now. This is so sketchy. But anyway, their car pulls out ahead of us, and they like make a left turn or whatever. And then I shit you not, a cop drives by, and I'm like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, dude, floor it, let's get out of here. So we turn down the road the opposite way of the cop and leave. It was, dude, so sketch, man. Rolling up to a family barbecue, like of all black people, the only 2 white dudes, it's just so obvious. You're
There to buy drugs.
like, yeah, like why the fuck else
Yeah.
are you here? You know, like,
The fact that you're even alive today after all that is pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
it was always something, dude. It was
You
always some
shouldn't
shit.
be here right now.
I was hoping that at the end of that story, you were going to end up with like some brisket and
like,
some
yeah,
greens.
just like, yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, you
hoping.
left with,
Just
like,
some collard
some
greens,
pig
like
tongue stew
Nah,
or
dude,
something.
like the looks that they were giving, they were not like happy looks. It wasn't
Yeah.
like, yeah, come get some chitlin sugar. It was like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like,
come get some chitlin sugar. Oh fuck, that is a good story. Oh, thank you for sharing that. That was
Thank you.
that
That was
was
pretty
nice.
wild.
Really had me on the edge of my seat.
I've always had people in my family to like get weed for me, so I've never really been in, like had to go buy weed from
Privilege.
somebody.
so
yeah, I've
weird,
always just
man.
You never
had
even
like
smoked
friends
weed.
that smokes. Wait, what?
No.
You're
Oh,
you're
dude.
like if straight edge had a picture in the dictionary, it'd be you. It'd be your little logo.
Yes, sir.
It would just be like a picture of your very white forearm.
Stop talking about my forearm, McNasty.
I mean, it's a pretty nice
I'll
forearm.
jack you off with my arm if you want.
Yes, please, 100% yes.
I mean,
There we
wait,
go.
dude, is it legal where you live?
To jack a guy
I
off with your
have-
forearm, I think it is.
No.
yeah,
not-
that's legal everywhere here now. Obama made that happen.
Yeah, I think you get married doing that now.
Would you ask?
Is weed legal where you're at?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that probably pays.
Well, actually, no.
plays
I
a
don't know
decent
that.
amount.
Don't quote me on that. I actually don't really know drug laws. I
Why
don't know
would
if
you?
it's legal
Fair
here.
enough. So, like, have you just never felt like you've ever wanted to try it, or has it just been like you've never had the opportunity, kind of thing?
I've had the opportunity. I've just refused. I'm just not into it. I like
That's fair.
not to sound as lame as hell, but I like being in control of myself and not being in
No.
an altered state ever.
Dude,
That's
to
just
be
me.
honest though, like
Pussy.
I
Pussy.
used to smoke when I was a teenager.
You're such a good influence, McNasty.
You're gonna get
feel
blitzed
like-
whenever we meet. I guarantee it.
Okay.
I'll drink with y'all, but I'm not gonna do drugs.
We'll
That's
see.
it. We're
about
doing
Yeah.
meth.
We're gonna
doing
knock
meth
your
and
ass
watching
out. Me and
McNasty's
McNasty
house
are gonna
burn
hold
down.
you down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back home like stumbling drunk with
No,
bloodshot eyes and like.
we're gonna give you a horse tranquilizer in one arm and heroin in the other.
And a
just see
bookmark
what
and a chicken
happens.
leg.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave you outside for like an hour and let you breathe in all the smoke.
Dude, let's get Dew so fucked up and get like and get someone to like Comic Sans font tattoo gay on his forearm. So all of his videos.
On like the inside of his left forearm that you can see clearly.
I say we get him as fucked up as possible and then try to make him play Ascend. Just see what happens. Writes a new song. Writes a new Pink Floyd record.
Damn, I do drugs all the time if that's the case. I mean, a lot of good music was made out of doing drugs, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, 100%.
So.
But going back on what Dew said, though, I do understand. I feel like when I was a teenager, like getting high and drunk and shit was a lot more fun than it is as like an adult. Because now there's like
definitely.
repercussions. Now you get like hangovers and stuff. Like the last time I got fucking way too high, like, you know, when you're like 15, something that's really fucking annoying as an adult is just funny back then. So like when I got way too fucking high in Boston and I poured my entire water bottle out in my bed while I was talking to John because I was holding it upside down with no cap because I was so fucking high I didn't know what was going on. I was like, this is fucking AIDS. But when I was like 16, I would have been like, haha, that's the funniest thing that's ever happened to anybody. But I was like, now I'm cold and wet and this sucks and I wish I was sober. Like, it's just not the same when you're an adult.
Yeah, whenever
know.
when I used to be younger and I would get high, I would have like the best time ever. I would just like,
yeah, same.
it'd almost be like I was
I'll get
drunk when
high
I
and
was
watch
young.
TV or something.
Yeah, but now I get high and it's like, after about an hour, I'm just like, I want to go to bed. Even if I've only been up for like 4 hours, it just makes me tired. I get like, it's weird because like a lot of people smoke weed to relieve anxiety. It gives me nothing but anxiety.
Yeah, same.
Same.
It's not the same as it was for me.
Yeah.
It used to be hella fun to like just like smoke with your friends and cut up and shit, but I don't like it anymore. I just like drinking.
definitely. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not really for me. It never really has been. I've always just kind of did it because other people did it, and like it always made
Yeah,
me
me
feel
too.
fucking odd. I don't know if I talked about this during the podcast, but I sat in a fucking porta potty for over an hour without realizing it because like I felt like I had to pee. I was really fucking high. I felt like I had to pee, but I
Do you
just couldn't
normally
pee,
sit
so I was
down when you
just-
pee?
No, I was just sitting there standing up with my cock out for like an hour.
I figured you were
I was
like
high as
sitting there,
fuck.
like sitting.
No, I literally was standing still.
I can't
For
have
an
to tinkle.
hour.
I can't tinkle.
In my head, it was like maybe 5 minutes. So I was like, no big deal, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to question it. But it was like an entire hour that I was just standing there with my cock out in a porta
You
potty.
probably smelled like shit when you came out too.
Oh, yeah,
True.
my clothes were
Oh.
probably just like covered in fucking shit particles.
I don't understand how people can go in a porta potty and shit and just like feel normal.
I have
Oh,
never
dude, when it
pooed in a
splashes
porta
up.
potty.
Ugh.
Oh,
And
you
you
get
like
like 18 different
like-
strands of AIDS in an instant.
you like look down in the toilet, you can see this bunch of like plobs of shit, and it's just oh,
Like,
it's all
like when
shiny
the
because it's all
water's-
wet.
It was, dude. It was always at like concerts where the water just wasn't deep enough, and you could just see a fucking gently placed turd on top of another
Yeah,
turd.
uh-huh.
Dude, I
I'm like,
saw.
man,
You ever
that is
y'all ever
nasty.
see those nice ones with the sink in it?
Yeah.
No.
those
Dude,
ones
I
aren't bad.
saw someone fucking shit in the sink, dude.
Ew.
Like just straight up
What?
turd in the sink.
Ah,
I know the porta potties have the thing that you piss in. It's like a little
Yeah,
urinal
yeah,
to the
those-
left.
Or maybe
Yeah,
it was
I like
that.
those.
Maybe I thought it
I
was
like
the
those
sink.
because I like the. He thought it
a
was a sink.
luxury porta
It was a good
potties
thing
you
I didn't
guys
wash
have.
my
I hope,
hands.
yeah.
All the
Yeah,
porta
warning
potties
turd.
that are in Missouri have like holes in them. People can like see your naked ass pissing in them, and like I don't know what kind of luxury porta potties you guys have. It's
I think Missouri's just
a bidet.
There's a bidet. There's a fucking bed
Yeah.
in there. A butler.
There's a butler to wipe your butt for you.
It's PC
I don't
gaming
think I
setup.
want that.
Man,